I believe if two people, whether they're homosexual or heterosexual, love each other, if they want to get married, they should be allowed to get married. Don't you think so?
One of the most controversial issues is marriage. The definition, the perception, the meaning, and who should be given the right to marry. But all these things differ according to each person alone. As you watch this short film, think to yourself, what does marriage mean to you?
I'm right here. I am right here.
Marriage to me is finding that right person for yourself that you want to share the rest of your life with, that you connect on multiple levels.
I mean, marriage should be about love, but oftentimes it's not.
My mom's really into it because she wants the tax benefits.
Marriage is the foundation of family and family core values.
Like through college and stuff, we've learned that marriage is like, like a legal binding contract based on the land that you live in, based on and structured by the society that is around you and stuff in your environment.
The way I view it is, right now, it's just a document saying that one person loves another person.
Now that you've thought about your views on marriage, ask yourself why you do or don't believe in same-sex marriage.
Marriage is a personal matter between the couple, whether they're straight or gay. That's their business.
Okay.
This earth was set up to provide a place for us to receive a body, be raised by parents, and learn to control that body. So when you say, how do I feel about homosexual marriage, I believe that is an affront to our Father in heaven, and so that's why I don't agree on that.
Well, I disagree with same-sex unions, and I don't agree that they should even be called a marriage. Part of the reason that I don't agree with it is because it's very unnatural. If you have a man and a man in a union or a woman and a woman in a union, one of the purposes of marriage was to perpetuate the human race. And naturally that cannot accomplish if you have two people of the same sex in a union.
I am opposed to it. I think it affects society. I think it affects all of us.
For marriage for anybody who wants to marry.
I believe in traditional marriage values and the traditions that have existed for centuries between a man and a woman.
My view on homosexual marriage is that it's impossible because marriage is not made for same sex. It's man and woman.
How have your personal experiences affected your outlook?
They're born that way, and you can't do anything to change it, but support the person. Because I know I have a gay daughter, and I've learned to accept that. And to me, it's worth every minute of it. And it's better than losing your child, then it's better to keep them by you.
I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not bringing anybody down. It's just something you don't agree with. You don't like blonde hair, you're not going to make somebody dye it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like it's kind of amazing. It's kind of a good thing that beforehand being gay was underground, because I feel like that gave us a chance to exist today.
I joined the gay liberation movement in 1973, and if you told me then that in the year 2012 I'd be fighting for the right to get married and join the army, I would have started dating women, I think.
I think it used to be scary in the 50s, and now it's more a part of the norm.
I don't want to get harassed, I don't want to get attacked, I don't want to get bashed. So
I felt unsafe to tell anyone, and actually when I did eventually come out, all of my friends basically bailed on me. I didn't have any friends anymore. I had to make new friends.
I did work during the last elections that had to do with same-sex marriage, and actually received a lot of hatred from the other side, personal assaults, vandalism.
A lot of people are going to have a knee-jerk reaction to my comments, which means that they immediately take offense to it without considering what I've said.
We had the propositions up on our windows of our house and the lawn, and my truck's hood was keyed.
Sometimes I'll have like random strangers come up. I'll just be walking in the mall or something, holding my girlfriend's hand, and they'll come up and they'll glare at me and they'll kind of like make a point of it, or they'll come up and they'll get really aggressive, say, you're an abomination, you're disgusting, things like that. I mean, it's rare that stuff like that happens, but it does happen. And it kind of completely just tears a person down, to have a complete stranger just come up and say those things. They don't know you, they don't, you could be the most amazing person in the world and they don't even care just because you're gay.
Sometimes they're very vicious. They laid siege to two temples in California, one in Oakland and one in Los Angeles. And I just think that was just heinous behavior.
And this is America. That shouldn't be tolerated. We should be able to have opposing views.
Prop 8 was a controversial proposition that gave citizens the right to vote whether or not they wanted same-sex marriage to be legal in California. But what would you vote for?
I feel that it affects me because there's been 2 elections in California. One was Prop 22 about year 2000. One was a couple years ago, Prop 8. And I've had friends and neighbors be treated rudely. My own daughter was bullied at school. And I feel like people are sometimes afraid to say what they really think. And everyone deserves to have an opinion.
Nobody in the world ever gets that chance necessarily to hear both sides of the story. And I think that's what people need.
Like when Prop 8 didn't pass, I felt personally hurt by that. I shed tears because it just felt like a slap in the face.
And it's actually creating a greater division within the country on issues that really the other side already has certain rights as under union and under certain civil union rights. And if they need a broader protection on that, then go for it. Add those things to civil union.
People are either open-minded or they're not. If they're open-minded, then their perspectives haven't changed because they're open-minded. If they're closed-minded, then their perspectives haven't changed because they're closed-minded. And being open or closed-minded doesn't mean you're necessarily for or against it.
Yeah, I'm 57. When I came out, it was a felony to have sex everywhere in the country. There were no rights. There were no openly gay elected officials, entertainment people, so everything's changed. So it's important for young people to be impatient and demand everything, but things do change, and if you work hard and fight, you can change things, absolutely.
It's an ongoing social issue that will change as time goes on.
On May 11th, President Obama gave a speech declaring his support for gay marriage. His speech split the country in two.